This story begins with a person who works hard every month, works honestly, and yet at the end of the month asks himself the same question. I earn so much, yet why does the money never stay? From the outside, his life looks fine. A good job, a decent lifestyle, eating out occasionally, daily coffee, and a little shopping on weekends. But deep inside there is a lingering fear, the fear of the future. Retirement, emergencies, freedom, just thinking about these things triggers anxiety. He believes his problem is his income. In his mind, if his salary were higher, everything would be fine. He thinks, if only I get a promotion, if I start a side income, if I get one big break. But this is where the story takes a twist. One day, he is sitting in a cafe, daily coffee in hand, daily tension in his head. There he meets a person who is calm, confident, and completely relaxed about money. In the course of conversation, the topic of money comes up. That person smiles and asks a single question: do you know what keeps you poor? He is shocked. He expects a lecture on budgeting, stocks, or real estate. But the answer is something else entirely. The mentor says, big expenses don't make you poor. It's the small expenses that keep you poor. This is where the latte factor is born. The mentor explains, the latte factor isn't just about coffee. The latte factor represents those tiny daily expenses that go unnoticed but eat away at your wealth over the years. $2 coffee, $3 snack, $5 impulse shopping. Each time, it feels harmless. But it happens every single day. The mentor says, people don't stay wealthy because they earn more. They stay wealthy because they stop the unnecessary leaks of money. Hearing this, the main character becomes defensive. He asks, so should I not even enjoy my life? The mentor smiles and replies, I am not teaching you deprivation, I am teaching you awareness. This sets the biggest tone of the book. This story isn't about pain, it's about peace. The mentor explains, wealth isn't afraid of discipline, but it dies from ignorance. If you don't even know where the money is going, you can never control it. The mentor does a calculation, daily 5.00, monthly 150, yearly till day $1,800. And if this same money is invested in 20 to 30 years, it can turn into hundreds of thousands. For the first time, the main character realizes, the problem wasn't the salary, the problem was the choices. In the final line, the mentor says, you are only one decision away from becoming wealthy, but that decision will be a small one. Rule number 1. Pay yourself first. The mentor sits comfortably in the cafe chair and says, now I am going to tell you the rule that almost every wealthy person follows, but most people ignore. The main character listens intently. The mentor says, pay yourself first. He gets confused. To him, salary means first rent, then bills, then groceries, then lifestyle, and if anything is left, then savings. The mentor smiles and says, that is exactly why nothing is left. The mentor explains, paying yourself first means making saving and investment your first priority as soon as your salary arrives. Expenses come later. The mentor asks a simple question. If you put yourself last, why should wealth choose you first? The main character starts thinking. The mentor explains that wealthy people don't leave savings to emotion. They make it automatic. As soon as the salary arrives, a fixed amount goes straight into the investment account. No excuses. No arguments. The mentor says, if the money reaches your hand, your brain will find a way to spend it. Therefore, successful people don't fight temptation, they stay away from it. The mentor further explains, saving feels difficult because people think, let's live comfortably first, we'll save later. But later never comes. The mentor says, the future will only reward you if you prioritize it in the present. The main character asks, but if I save first, won't my life be compromised? The mentor replies, no, your life is compromised by uncontrolled spending. The mentor shows him that with a little planning, the same income can lead to a life with less stress. Wealth is built through structure, not motivation. When saving is automatic, the rest of the expenses adjust themselves. The mentor shares one last thing in this section. You don't need to earn more, you need more control. The main character feels for the first time that wealth isn't a distant dream, but a small decision made every day. Rule number 2. Automation, the invisible weapon. The mentor explains seriously, automation, saving and growing your money automatically is the greatest weapon for building wealth. The main character asks, what do you mean by automation? How can I automate money? The mentor smiles and says, imagine if, as soon as your salary arrives every month, a portion of it automatically goes into your savings or investment account. Then you won't have to struggle every day to save. This system will work for you. It won't depend on your willpower or motivation. The mentor explains that most people get tangled up because they try to make a decision about saving every month, which they often forget or end up spending. With automation, the money is saved first, and life is lived on whatever remains. The mentor gives an easy formula: save first, spend later. When this becomes a habit, saving becomes an automatic and painless process. The main character reflects, realizing that saving isn't hard, you just need the right method. The mentor continues, when saving is automatic, you worry less about money. You can focus on your dreams and goals rather than daily expenses. The mentor gives an example. Suppose your salary is $2,000. If you set $500 to be saved automatically, you have to live on the remaining $1,500. This constraint teaches you to spend wisely, and this discipline leads you toward wealth. The mentor says, automation makes your life easier, saves you from stress, and most importantly, it gives you an edge in the game of wealth. The main character now understands that wealth is not a magic trick, but a matter of systems and habits. The mentor's final word: you don't need magic for wealth, you need smart work. Rule number 3, the power of compounding. The mentor says softly, now I'm going to tell you the greatest secret of the financial world: compounding. This is the magic that turns small investments into massive wealth over time. The main character gets curious. What is compounding? Explain it to me. The mentor smiles. Compounding means making money on your money. It means the money you invest doesn't just grow on its own, but the returns you get are also reinvested, leading to exponential growth. The mentor gives a simple example. Suppose you invest $1,000 and get a 10% return every year. In the first year, your money grows to $1,100. But next year, your return will be calculated on $1,100, meaning you get $110 in returns, and this process keeps growing every year. The main character says, so I don't need to invest a huge amount, I just need to start early? The mentor nods. Exactly. The biggest advantage of compounding is that time is your greatest ally. The earlier you start, the more your money grows. The mentor explains that if you save and invest a small amount daily, in 30 years, it can turn into millions without any extra effort. This is why wealthy people start saving early. They know how money works over time. The mentor adds, compounding keeps working as long as you don't withdraw the money. So the longer you leave the investment, the more your money multiplies. The main character asks, what if I start late? The mentor says gravely, starting late means you will either have to invest much more money or your final wealth will be significantly less. Time is money, and compounding is the proof. The mentor concludes, so remember, small decisions and starting early are what lead you to financial freedom. The main character decides in his heart, from now on I will focus on small expenses, make my savings automatic, and use the power of time. Rule number 4, the wealthy mindset. The mentor says seriously, the biggest obstacle in our lives is our mindset. Your thoughts about money determine how much you earn, save, and grow. The main character asks, but how does mindset change? How can I improve my thinking? The mentor replies, first, you must understand that money is not a magic wand. Money is simply a tool, a means to fulfill your dreams. If you hold fear or anxiety regarding money, that mindset will harm you. The mentor explains that wealthy people view money positively. They see it as a medium for growth, not a source of stress. The mentor explains, if you think money comes with great difficulty, then truly, it will be difficult for you. But if you see money as an opportunity, new paths will open for you. The main character asks, so is mindset everything? The mentor smiles, almost. But along with it, you must adopt the right knowledge and habits. These 3 together give you financial success. The mentor shares a special point. Often, people get so busy trying to earn money that they forget to change their thinking. But real victory comes from a shift in perspective. The mentor explains that you must drop wrong financial beliefs like, wealthy people are selfish, money is a bad thing, I can never become rich. Instead, bring into your thinking, I understand money. Money works for me. I am worthy of being wealthy. The main character says, but changing thoughts isn't that easy. The mentor says, true, but give yourself positive affirmations every day, read financial books, and educate yourself about money. The mentor explains that when the main character changes his mindset, his decisions will change, he will save better, invest wisely, and reduce wasteful spending. The mentor says, to make dreams come true, you don't just need money, you need the right mindset as well. The main character feels, I will move forward not with fear, but with hope and a plan. Rule number 5, mastering the budget. The mentor says, creating a monthly budget isn't just for big businesses, it's necessary for every person who wants financial freedom. The main character asks, but why does budgeting feel so hard? The mentor smiles, people see a budget as a restriction, but in reality, a budget gives you control. It is the beginning of becoming the master of your money. The mentor explains that first, it's essential to categorize your expenses. What is essential, what is optional, and what should be avoided. The mentor gives an example. Rent, utilities, and groceries are essential. Eating out every day, unnecessary shopping, and impulsive spending are optional or avoidable. The mentor says, people think impulsive spending is small, but these expenses ruin big budgets over months. The main character asks, so how do I stop impulsive spending? The mentor gives simple tips. 1. Wait before buying. Wait at least 24 hours before any new purchase. 2. Make a list. Make a list before shopping and buy only what is on it. 3. Use cash. Using cash instead of cards gives better control over spending. 4. Separate needs and wants. Understand what you actually need versus what you just desire. The mentor explains, when you choose your expenses wisely, you can invest the money you save. The main character asks, what if an emergency occurs? The mentor says, that's why an emergency fund is vital. Keep at least 3 to 6 months of expenses saved so there is no stress during a crisis. The mentor describes the budget as a tool that gives you freedom, not a prison. The main character realizes that the balance between right spending and saving is the foundation of financial success. The mentor encourages him. These habits will form slowly, but once they are formed, money will work for you. Rule number 6, smart investment. The mentor says, investment isn't just about putting money somewhere, it's about putting your money where it can grow and help you reach your financial goals. The main character asks, but where do I start with investment? I don't understand much. The mentor smiles, first, you need to understand the basic principles of investment. Let me tell you a few simple things. First, diversification. This means putting your money in different places. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spread them across stocks, mutual funds, fixed deposits, and real estate. This reduces risk. Second, long-term investment. Money doesn't need to grow instantly, but steady growth over time is essential. Patience is the real key to investing. Third, know your risk tolerance. Understand how much risk you can handle. If you can't take risks, choose safe investments. If you can handle some risk, it can provide higher returns. The mentor explains, emotions should play the smallest role in investment. Often people see a market dip, get scared, and withdraw money quickly. That is a mistake. The mentor gives an example. Wealthy people understand the ups and downs of the market and stick to their plan. The main character asks, do I need to do my own research or do I need an advisor? The mentor says, if you are starting, it's good to get help from an advisor, but gradually it is important to learn for yourself. You need control over your money. The mentor concludes, investment is a marathon, not a sprint. A smart investor is one who acts with patience, knowledge, and discipline. The main character now feels confident. By changing my thinking, I can invest in the right way. Rule number 7, managing debt. The mentor says, debt, if used correctly, can be helpful. Otherwise, it becomes the biggest enemy of financial success. The main character asks, I've heard that one should never take debt. Is that true? The mentor explains, look at debt in 2 ways, good debt and bad debt. Good debt is what increases your assets, like a home loan or an education loan. Bad debt is what increases your liabilities, like unpaid credit card balances or high-interest personal loans. The mentor explains, avoid bad debt because it eats your income and puts you under stress. If you have bad debt, paying it off as quickly as possible is the most important task. Start with high-interest debt because it causes the most damage. The main character asks, can I ever take a loan? The mentor says, yes, if you need a loan to create an asset or investment and your repayment capacity is good, then taking debt wisely is fine. The mentor gives tips for debt management. 1. Make a budget and prioritize debt repayment. 2. Never pay less than the minimum payment, or interest will keep growing. 3. If possible, consolidate debt to reduce the interest rate. 4. Avoid impulse borrowing. Don't use debt for expenses you can't afford. The mentor says something profound. Debt can be your friend when you control it, otherwise it becomes your master. The main character thinks, I will be careful about debt and include it in my financial planning. The mentor explains, to achieve financial freedom, you must move toward a debt-free life. Only then can you have full control over your earnings. Rule number 8. Building passive income. The mentor says, passive income means income that you receive without constant active work. It means your money or your previous work is working for you even while you sleep. The main character asks excitedly, how can I create passive income? Is it really possible? The mentor smiles, it is very possible, and this is the path to financial independence. But it requires right planning and patience. The mentor explains, there can be many sources of passive income: rental income, dividends, interest, online businesses, royalties, or investments. The mentor gives an example. Suppose you bought some properties and rented them out. You will receive rent every month, whether you are working or not. Or if you invest in stocks or mutual funds, dividends and capital gains can become passive income for you. The mentor says, passive income provides money in addition to your main income, giving you more freedom. The main character asks, but don't you need money to start passive income? The mentor says, yes, you need some capital initially, but you can start with small savings. For example, investing in mutual funds through a SIP, systematic investment plan. The mentor explains, the most important things are consistency and choosing the right assets. Investing in the wrong place can lead to losses. The mentor advises, grow your passive income slowly and as much as possible, keep reinvesting it. The main character realizes, through passive income, I can strengthen my financial security and fulfill my dreams faster. The mentor concludes, financial freedom means earning more with less effort. Passive income is the way. Conclusion, the path forward. The mentor says, everything we learn today can bring a massive change in your life. Financial understanding, the right mindset, saving habits, investment, debt management, and passive income, these are all tools for your financial success. The main character listens carefully. First, understand your money, then let it work for you. Automate so that saving happens on its own. The mentor continues, embrace compounding, make time your ally. Change your mindset and develop a positive outlook toward money. Control your expenses, create a budget and avoid unnecessary spending. Learn investment, understand risk and invest with patience. Manage debt wisely and if possible stay away from it. Look for ways to create passive income so that your money works for you continuously. The main character says, hearing all this, I feel that financial freedom is not a distant thing. It just requires the right direction and the right habits. The mentor smiles. Exactly. In the beginning, small steps lead to big changes. Once you adopt financial discipline, success will come to you naturally. The mentor gives final advice, always keep learning, keep yourself updated and never give up. Your financial future is in your hands. The main character resolves, from today I will take responsibility for my money and work hard to fulfill my dreams. This was the story and principles of the wealthy gardener. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe and share it with those who might benefit from these financial tips. Thank you. Stay connected for more such knowledge and inspiration.